Hello? It's brand new. Hello and welcome back to Fallout. We made it over to Freeside, got the achievements that I had lost. Turned out I activated the cheat terminal, which was an accident. But luckily enough, there's a mod that I can do to fix that, and yeah.
They already have that pig McCaffrey working for them. Do they need another guard? I've escorted my share of idiot tourists around Freeside. Too much trouble for what it pays. I'm all boot, knives, and leather, friend. And a ghoul besides. What kind of weirdo wants what I've got?
Turns out there are customers.
Weirdos into bullwhips and necrosis, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. What am I thinking? I'm no whore. And I ain't about to hand my ass over to some penny ante hustler like he owns me.
You've been in with a deep discount on the booze. Yeah.
They do have a damn good selection of hooch over at the Wrangler. If I get to choose my customers, if I get to be a little rough with them, if my cut is fair, and if I get that discount, that just might work.
Cool.
Tell the Garretts I'll stop by to work out terms. Talk to you later.
That part.
Hey,
Who's this?
your lady friend needs to lighten up.
No, she
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Let's see what else here. Over this way. Shit, maybe. I might have been completely wrong. Shit. Currently trying to level up so I can get my speech up. Not the most necessary, but
Come to Mick and
I'd
Ralph's
rather
for
not
all
have
your
to pay
shopping
to get
needs.
to see the king, and I'm relatively close to
Hi
him.
there.
So up to 60, my speech up to 60. This way is
Uh-oh.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I should get her a dress. That's the thing.
Lucky what we have here, lady.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Aw, you shouldn't have. It's just my taste. Thank you. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Dress. Ungrateful bitch. Already expecting another dress out of me.
What's up? It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know? Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
Yeah. How did you get to be a member?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
Yikes. What do you do for them?
I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair. I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know, but there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people, even if it's from themselves. It's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes, treat all our practices with the same sacredness.
Fair enough. What's the codex?
Ah, the codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
Does the Brotherhood protect people from raiders or other threats?
No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously.
Fair enough.
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
Huh.
Darn it! I had some spectacular answers coming too.
Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Nice. I think I best use
I like
skills.
punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Question. Tell me about yourself. What are your goals?
I want a dress. Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
What's the goal? You want a nice
Hey,
dress?
you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Tell me something else.
Can I make it up?
Who was Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagined a grandfather to be.
Fair enough. Did you follow him to California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
Fair enough. How is that different from any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Fair enough. Ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
Fair enough. What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
That was a different word you learned from.
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Are you close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until it could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
Damn. Was it no?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world. Make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Yikes. Tell me something else.
Like what?
What else can I find out? Do you have any other family in the Brotherhood?
Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Like what?
What else we got?
Ever been nosy?
Damn.
I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
What happened?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
You didn't go with her?
No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
What about you? You well respected among other men.
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
Let's see what else you can say.
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work. Ooh, got any juicy gossip?
Here, I have a question I want to ask you. So, equipment,
Step into my office.
talk about your tactics, of question I see, what's your equipment and birth race.
This better not be about the meaning of life.
Oof. Damn, it's exactly what it's about.
Sure, he's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old?
Know anything about Vegas?
Yep, it's your typical city layout. Rich people in a gated community surrounded by extreme poverty. House gave the area around the Strip to the locals, but he has no interest in it, so he ignores it entirely. It just needs new management. I'd love to see the Brotherhood do it, but since the Codex doesn't say clean up freeside, no one listens to me. Bunch of sticklers. I'm worried they'll be the death of the Brotherhood. They take what they want. We defend our interests to the death. But there's a handful of us, and tens or hundreds of thousands of them. So, it's not going to end well. Last time we clashed, we lost a lot of people. Retreated to our bunker. Now we're afraid to even move around during the day.
Yikes. What is your opinion on
Silliest dressed band of raping, slaving marauders you'll see east of California. I'll say that. Where's that touch of old world class? Although, I hear the soldiers mount each other as much as they mount their women, so maybe they did keep a little something from the Empire. No such privilege for the women, though. Figures. So, to answer your question, they're a bunch of hypocritical jerkwads. It's a word.
Anything else you guys say? Okay. Cool. That was all Veronica's dialogue. You just staying there at the well all day, man? That's your job? Well, okay. I'm not you, fucking loser.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
What's your problem, lady?
Fuck you. That's no problem. I'll kill you.
You'd better get out of here if you... Welcome back. What can I get you?
Found you next grade school and a cowboy.
Imagine that! What's his name and when's he start? A she, huh? Well, I guess the customer who made that request can't get everything he wants. Hell, who knows? He might not even notice the difference.
Oof.
And who would that be? That honey-mouthed son of a bitch? Fine. At least left to shut up occasionally.
Cool.
Bye.
What's that? Cool. I'll take that. That's where they sell it. That's when we go back there and get that little buy. Honestly, I don't need it anymore though. I can go through the key now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll come back for the rest of that.
to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
I gotta get rid of
What do we have here?
You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The King's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him. Hi.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the King. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you might have some help for me to...
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good? I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
Yes.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fellow named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Sure. I'll do it.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring costs.
Freeside. I'm doing Freeside first. Freeside, arcade gym. Enter Freeside in New Vegas and make your way over to the old Mormon fort. Inside the fort, search around for an NPC wearing a lab coat named Arcade. Again, there is no recruitment quest involved for him, but we will need to have a speech skill of at least 75 to get him to party up. That's complete. Speech check, and then we will collect another game. Fuck. Okay, that's a problem when you level up again. Shit, I don't know if that's a speech fucking 100. Holy shit. Right on over to him. There's also a snow globe I need to get in the doctor fort. I can't think of the name of it, but there's a snow globe I need to go get. I'll be working on. Give that a minute to load in. froze.